And I've checked this out. So I followed Elizabeth Olsen on Instagram, and I remember seeing on there before it got deleted. Um, you jackasses are dumb. So because she didn't write a lengthy thing saying how she felt, and when they had the little special, she was kind of quick and a little bit off of it. So then y'all sit there, y'all look at her on the special, and then you call her a crackhead. Probably a bunch of you fake fans who were saying the same thing about Chadwick when Chadwick got lean, or when he was really skinny, when it was actually from the treatments. And I started seeing people, oh, he's on crack, or oh, because of this, or oh, because of that, or maybe he's frustrated with Marvel and done with Marvel. Had no context to what was happening. You just noticed something was off. And I assumed that maybe it was a role, or maybe he was dealing like he got sick. I didn't know it was what it was, but I've had it happen to a friend of mine. He got really, really sick. He caught a really nasty virus, and it like took weight off of him. Like literally like almost 20 pounds of weight. He caught a really nasty virus. I actually thought it was something like that. So y'all sitting there saying she looked like a crackhead. You bullied her off of social media. But yet, we as the fans and stuff will be the first people to sit there and be like, well, we didn't do that to Rose Tico. That's a lie. We didn't do that to this person they got off of social media, Daisy Ridley. That's a lie. This is a lie. Is it now? So when they start running this and going, toxic fans, the thing we've been fighting for, the stuff that we've been trying to say, hey, don't call us toxic just because we get what we want. The thing that happened with Justice League where they were like, you see, you give the toxic fans one thing. Even though they did charities, they freaking paid for stuff, they got billboards, they paid for at every event, they had released the Snyder Cut and all this stuff and all this movement to help people. But yet, they still in the media turned around and was like, no. You don't give them that. They only did that for a selfish reason. Helping people. You help people, you also makes you feel good. Sometimes. That's selfish. That doesn't mean you're doing it because you're a selfish person. It gives you a satisfaction too. They wanted to prove their point of how much they love, and the movement became something more than just bringing out a movie. It helped people. It did things. And then you turn around and y'all start jumping on her, calling her all types of names and everything else, saying she looks skinny and she looks all this, where you don't know, maybe she's lean because, people grieve differently. You ever think about that? Get it, you're upset. It shocked all of us. Get over yourself. You don't know who Chadwick Boseman was behind closed doors, and that is not even saying he's a bad person. Everything I've seen, he's always seemed like a great human being. What I'm talking about is she did. She worked with him. All those people are friends with him. So you're going to jump on somebody who actually knew him personally, who actually is a friend of his, unlike you. But you feel as though you're so righteous that you can just walk up and you can just tell her how she looks like this. And I'm going to tell her how she looks like that. Thanks for that. So now the media can have a thing to attack us. On top of that, is that what the way Chadwick was with a lot of things, is that how you think he wants you to act? Is that how he thinks he wants you to remember him? He wants you to remember him by assaulting one of his friends, one of his co-workers, one of his colleagues, somebody who did nothing wrong, who's already in mourning because she actually knew him. You just got to see him on screen and a few interviews and stuff, and we all thought, hey, this is a really cool brother. But you're going to turn around and you're going to harass someone to the point. By the way, let's not forget that she posted, it could be months in between her posted from one thing to another. She was not very social media active. But you all felt, even though if you followed her and you were actually her fan, you would know that, oh, she doesn't post a lot. I don't post a lot on my Instagram. Actually, sometimes I have people jump on me about it because they're like, dude, post your cat or something. I just don't, I'm not from that era and I don't care to, I got to post everything. I'm just not that kind of guy. Heck, I don't even remember to post my videos half the time on my Facebook, and I'm gonna work on the social media to connect the videos and stuff so people can communicate with me, especially just not in comments if they got something they want to say, or if they're like, hey, I want to make a suggestion or I have an idea. This way I can engage more, but I don't. To me, I don't have enough big enough of a subscriber base to do that exactly yet. Maybe when I get closer to 500. So, and even then, I'm not a big poster. I'm not a big social media jumper. I've had a few Twitter things here and a few, and I don't even really like Twitter, so I barely use it. I only use it to see more for information. There are people in the world that are like that. She happens to be one of them. She keeps her stuff very private for the most part. But you guys are saying, oh, she looks like a lizard and all these other screen captures of this disgusting comments. The same stuff you said about Chadwick. But y'all are sitting here saying that because you're upset because Chadwick passed away. That's her friend. You're a fan. It's a little bit of a difference in there. And if you want to downvote me, I don't care. You're garbage. If you came at her, you're garbage. Because you have set the fan base back. You have set fans with media. You've set media forward now where they have ammunition. And so, see, no, they totally did the roast thing. Even though it proves that they didn't. No, they did. They did. You want to know how? Look what happened to Elizabeth. You're dumb. Get off of social media. If you can't be mature enough to handle social media to where you have to harass someone that you don't know that hard, and you felt as though you were righteous enough to say stuff because she didn't mourn the way you did, let me tell you a little story. Since you're so stupid, maybe you need some education about how people mourn. When my grandmom passed away, my mom was outwardly crying and everything like this. I had family who was very crying because she was slowly going. But we were around. She didn't pass away yet. We were around, but it was starting to come. We were hoping it wasn't. I didn't cry. I didn't do anything. I talked to everybody. I process things differently when it comes to death. I don't initially react. It hits me at a very inopportune, odd time. Usually I'm alone. I want to be alone. I may walk. I may go for a drive. I'll walk somewhere I haven't been and I know people aren't going to be. Or I could be there and I could just be sitting there reading or thinking and it comes on me in a wave. And I feel it my way. I deal with it my way. Now, someone got upset because of the fact of how I was dealing with it before when a friend of mine actually passed away. And they were like, don't you feel anything? How are you not? And I'm like, I do feel it. I just don't mourn like you. I process death differently. I have a different thought pattern because I'm a different person. So you morons who went after her, do you ever think that maybe she also processes differently? Maybe she's really, really hurt. Also, she looked disheveled because it looked like she was crying. That's why she looked so disheveled. She was still upset. It looked like she was a little bit in shock, like the rest of us. And this happened, by the time they came out with that Marvel thing for Chadwick, it was still very fresh on what was going on. When they put that together and had people talking and things, it was extremely fresh still. So she still probably was processing it. But because she didn't do the way you wanted her to do, you wokeist and all this other stupid stuff, and you need to if you are a person who does that, get off of social media and stay off. You don't have the mental capacity for it. You seriously don't. You always try to tell people what to do, how to live and stuff, like you're better. Is this the way we honor Chadwick? Seriously? Seriously? So the guy we're calling the King of Wakanda, To the point where Whoopi Goldberg said they should make a Wakanda for him. And I 100% agree. Because Chadwick brought something that not a lot of actors could on a Marvel film where everyone in Marvel quips and jokes and things. And he played it straight, but yet still had that balance where he could still make the joke, but it was different. And he captured something different. And it was appreciated by his fellow actors who looked at him and went, wow, I gotta be better because this guy is better. The same man who, when kids told him they were waiting for Black Panther and holding on because they had cancer. And he started to cry because he realized what it meant to them. And you had the audacity to do that? Check yourself. You disrespected that man just now. You disrespected one of his friends because you felt a certain type of way. We're talking about a man that honored Denzel Washington and gave him his props because he brought him there. A man who played very important roles in documentaries: James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, Jackie Robinson, and then starred, first off, was a breakaway star in a movie that had Spider-Man in it. In the MCU, a thing a lot of fans were crying about for years. And he was the thing people were talking about. They talked about Spider-Man, but they're like, yo, Black Panther, wow. Black Panther was a beast. He starred in the highest black production of all time. The highest black grossing film of all time. This man has left a legacy. I still have to watch the Seven Bloods, and that looked crazy. I didn't get to watch 21 Bridges yet. But this dude working through his pain and suffering. Treatments. My father went through treatments. Do you know what that does to you? Get over yourself. Think about what you did. Really honestly think about what you did. You bullied his friend in honor of his memory off of social media. Because you felt she didn't do enough to your standards on how she's supposed to mourn. Yet, these are the same people that will be the first ones. Why are the celebrities telling me what to do? Why are the celebrities telling me to wear a mask? Why can't they just dance for me, monkey? You're supposed to dance for me, monkey. Entertain me. You're not supposed to tell me about social political things. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do that. Yeah. All that junk. What you just did is what you accused them of. When these celebrities start saying, oh, you fans are unappreciative, you're on this, you're istophobe, you're that, you're this, and all these things are these professionals. What you just did is the thing you accused them of. Miss me with this nonsense. Grow up. Be better. It's not hard. When you're about to do something, think about how it would feel if they did it to you. Think about how if it happened to you and you passed away, or your friend or your mom or somebody passed away, and people just started randomly, strangers started telling you you're not mourning the right way. You're not doing it the right way. We learned this in grade school. Walk in someone else's shoes in your mind. I'm not saying you got to be perfect. But when the death of someone happens, it shouldn't be that hard. Think about what it does to you, or how it would if you had a friend or you had a loved one pass away and strangers just started jumping all over you because they didn't like how you mourned. Or if you, God forbid, passed away and someone did that to your friends or your family. Probably part of the reason why Chadwick kept it private, because he didn't want to be something of this thing or a poster boy or something. He just wanted to set up his family for when he leaves this earth. Stop being jerks. Like, seriously, get over yourselves and stop with this Twitter. You got to try to tell everyone how to live their life, because unless you're perfect, unless you're 100% perfect, stop going out of your way to tell people how it is. This goes from vegans to freaking comic artists, to comic pros, to the movies, to the directors, to the actors, to the producers, to regular Joe Blow and Sally Who that walks down the street. We're going through a very crappy time right now. 2020 has been trash. We have all this stuff happening. We have people dying for things. We have actors and stuff catching, from the pandemic. We have social unrest. We have political things going. Like, we have so much going on. Stop it. We already have enough. I'm going to end the video here. Just remember, if you're talking trash to people that knew Chadwick personally, you're the garbage person. This is the Geek Protagonist. You stay safe, you stay healthy, you stay real. I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thank you for visiting my channel. This is the Geek Protagonist. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please, it'll really help me out in the channel if you actually share these videos, if you like what I'm doing. Please hit that bell notification. Hit it, click. This way you won't miss any of my videos. Also, there's a thing on there that says personal and all. Hit the all. This way you'll get them every time for the notifications. I'm trying to, grow, trying to do commentary about what's going on. And I want to thank you again. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay real. This is the Geek Protagonist. I'm out, and I'll see you.